Okay, someone has to say it, right? Terrifier 3 is a pretty bad movie. It is stupid and made up of long, boring, overly violent scenes put together. And that's it. That was my review of the film. Thank you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Goodbye. Oh, so you want an explanation? Okay, fine. How about this? There is not a single thing about the film that is done right to consider this even a below average horror film. Watchable?
Yes.
Good? Disgusting?
Yes.
Scary? Entertaining? Maybe scary? Before I start, I want to remind you this is a spoiler review. I don't care about spoiling bad movies anyway, like this whole series. Now, if you have seen all three movies, let me ask you this. What do you remember about the first film? Because I watched it 3 days ago and I don't remember anything at all. Or maybe you remember one scene where the clown bifurcates a lady. And that explains a lot. These films rely on solely shocking killing scenes, especially this third one. And that is my problem with the film. Why do I care about a stupid clown killing a random character who just appeared 5 seconds ago? Let me summarize here why. It doesn't matter what genre it is, a film, my friend Damien, must have a story.
You serious?
The first film had zero story, the second has some, and now in the third, it looks like there is some story, but there is none. Characters do nothing, they appear as victims until they serve their purpose, which is getting killed. The clown does random stuff for no reason. Villains play dead, appear at parties, kill some people, reach a new place, and repeat the same. You can put any scene anywhere in the movie, and this will change nothing. It is just bits and pieces of scenes edited together. You can add 30 minutes of similar scenes or cut 30 minutes of it. It won't change the whole story because there is no story. If I have to invest 2 hours, then I demand some kind of a storytelling. 5 minutes into the movie and I want it to end. Constantly waiting for that. And why the film is 2 hours long anyway? Filmmakers don't stretch horror movie that long. This director forgot he's making a cheap slasher movie so much that the second part is 150 minutes long. Is this a biopic film or something? That too when you have nothing to express other than fake body parts and blood. Speaking of which, while going through the reviews of this film, I find out how people are impressed with the special effects.
All of the deaths look incredible. I mean, it's really terrific work that's on display in regards to the special effects, the craft of doing that and pulling it off and making it look real.
Well, I am not, because honestly they are just fine. The people behind it did their job well. Special effects supervisor Jason Baker did well, but this doesn't mean these effects are excellent. A body doesn't draw blood like it's filled with blood only. I know it can be an artistic choice, but we don't have this much blood. When art hits the body with any weapon, the contact is not firm. It is obviously rubber fake props, but I agree they did good job on makeup. Okay, so no story. You might say, look how hard the clown kills people. Isn't that creative? No, it is not. It is not creative in any way. What is creative about killing a person with an axe? He just hits them without caring where it hits them. Same for the chainsaw, he cuts them. Apart from liquid nitrogen, what weapon does he use that we can say, well, this is new? Hey look, a gun. Have you ever heard of anyone being killed with a gun before? A bomb. 95% of the time the villain used the most cliched weapon we have seen 6 billion times already. Why does Art keeps guns when he is immortal? Is he scared of humans?
That's a damn shame.
Doesn't he know that he is a supernatural ghost, or does he like using guns? He doesn't seem to like guns considering he enjoys torture and guns are not made for that. Why did this girl become his assistant? Where is that female clown? Is she dead? How? Isn't the clown known for killing on Halloween? Why Christmas this time? Has he seen Die Hard movie recently or what? Why in the film does no one know how to run? In real life, nothing happens this way. Our natural instinct is to run away as fast as you can as soon as you find out some maniac is trying to kill you.
Fuck this.
But here, nope. characters stop and give themselves to the killer. Our responses to these situations are fight or flight or both, but never like this. In this scene, the guy stands here for 40 seconds straight watching the show. The writer made these unfavorable choice towards the victim to the extent that it felt extremely unrealistic and frustrating to watch. Look at this opening scene. She talks to her daughter, then to her husband, checks the door, which was not locked, and then in a few seconds, she is so deep in her sleep that she couldn't hear someone murdering her son with an axe. Okay, let's say the room is far away. But then, you know what happens next. Art, the sick killer, enters the room, kills her husband with the same axe with full force, hitting not one or two, but 7 fucking times. Maybe the lady has a hearing problem, but it becomes silly at this point. And these are the scenes that carry the whole film on their shoulders. Even though the film is horror film, it is filled with many jokes and hilarious situations which make the environment of the film relaxed and non-horrifying. The makeup alone isn't going to work. We see the killer doing all kind of stuff we ourselves do. Doing dishes, eating cookies, making weapons, riding buses, annoying people. His presence is more on the fun side rather than on the being scary. As if he is a oh shit. Never mind. Michael Myers is scary. Jason, Freddy, Pennywise is scary. This clown, not working for me. He's just a funny guy.
Funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
In horror films, we generally agree that to present evil as scary, it must have a subtle presence. Watch Halloween or Alien. We see just a few hints and glimpses of them. They appear for few seconds, but don't appear. Now watch Terrifier 3. He appears as soon as the movie starts. And not just in this movie, but in the first part as well. He goes everywhere, openly, drawing maximum attention. The next thing is, if he decides to kill anyone, we already know that the victim is surely going to be killed. Apart from Sienna, you can't fight, you can't run, you can't do anything but die for sure. So there is no tension in any of the killing scenes. This clearly suggests that the maker wants you to watch those killings, removing all other factors and possibilities. Now, are we supposed to watch those definite kills only? Then there is the whole disturbing cinema. Watch Guinea Pig or August Underground series. You can absolutely get more blood, more gore, and more torture than this film. And don't fall for these news stories about people getting sick while watching the movie. These are marketing tactics.
You to feel something when they're getting killed and not really rooting for them to die, because inevitably you're rooting for Art the Clown to kill people, like, oh, it's the hero of the movie.
Filmmakers should understand that a good horror film should not only bring fear but also evoke other kinds of human emotions. Fear is just basic, but Terrifier 3 has failed to deliver even that. So I will give this 42 out of 100.